from last session, a lot went down, and there was some fun fallout during the week from the original DM and players and stuff. And that's what happens when you add a second author to a story. Sometimes that second author has a vision that you were not prepared for.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
No crying on camera. I turned my camera off last week. You turn yours off.
What's the term? Retcon?
Nope.
Oh no.
Nothing.
No retcon.
Nothing is to be retconned.
We discussed it.
Nothing is to be undone that I have done. So
Just
everything
keep swimming.
is canon.
Swimming.
Everything that happened last week is totally canon. We were introduced to Riona's mom. We had a fun adventure with some flying Pegasi and the Forest Master Unicorn, and Scrack has just enjoyed the bejesus out of himself.
Yep.
Flomping around in the magical forest because he feels so at home. Echo was just tuckered out from the
To the right.
Rusty and Riona are inside the tree of magic that is the center of all magic on this plane currently, as the weave has been disrupted. The Forest Master is basically responsible for holding what magic there is on the world together. He's dealt with a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Justin,
What?
I'm always watching your screen. Take them off. I don't trust
I have
you.
to
I'm
have
always
larger
watching your
eyes because
screen.
I'm a crow boy, so I have to have larger eyes now.
I'm just gonna put a post-it note right over your screen. That's so much better. Now I can't see you. No. Okay, so we're in the tree.
So
I have
let's catch
Rusty.
up with Davidas. He just handed over the pendant.
Mhm.
And
So,
I'm
Mr. Busby,
I'm lost. I'm so lost.
I know you don't really know who we are, but I feel like we know potentially more about you, particularly you in the last 20 years or so, than maybe even you do.
has it been that long?
Give or take? Yes.
I'm 22. Were you around and alive when my mom was pregnant with me?
No.
Skinwalker Busby was around. Okay, so yeah, it's been over 22 years.
Oh my.
So, we met you in Jessup's Landing,
Just obsessed.
in your... Right. That place that I'm from, that I should know.
Yes.
Exactly what is a skinwalker? And if that skinwalker is me, then how did you meet me when I was no longer here?
See, those are the questions that we have for you.
I'm afraid that though
I only have one question. Just one simple, easy question.
Many. I have many.
You can have the rest of the questions, Rusty. Just let me ask my one, and then you can hound the gnome as much as you want.
Pounding the bone does not mean what you think it means.
Shush. Do you remember the fight with the tree where you died?
well,
You
I will say, as I am more alive than I was just a few moments ago, that connection
I can put you back in the bag if it'll help you remember.
I remember the fight. I remember feeling quite helpless in the last moments. And then nothing.
Do you remember an explosion by chance that my father may have set off or may not have set off? I'm trying to piece together what happened. You don't understand how many stories I've been told, and the only person who's been telling me the truth is he's not around anymore. So I just, if you can give me anything, I can start adding the story together, because Skinwalker Busby said that they blew up the tree. Dad walked away with Mom unhurt. Mom was hurt. He wasn't. You ran off like a bitch. Max went to the ground. Max never got a chance to tell me the story. And, it's just, there's a lot of stories. And a little bit of truth would be nice. Just a little.
Well, my dear, what I remember is there were many explosions. There were many painful, horrible things that happened that day. If you're looking for answers about your father, I suppose the only thing I can really say is he's a complicated man.
So complicated that he did that to her. And I point to my mom.
From a certain point of view, we all have stories and we all remember things differently. What could have been an act of malice might have been a misunderstood act of ignorance. What one might see as scientific discovery, one might see as abhorrent and wrong. Many people have made many mistakes, my dear. And unfortunately, some of us have to pay the price for things that we didn't do. Well, I don't know about you because I wasn't there, but I do know her. And I do know that there were mistakes made.
And these mistakes are. No cryptic message. Tell me the mistakes. Tell me. Or I will, so help me God, I will shove you back in that bag and let you suffocate.
It is nothing more than I deserve.
Rusty, make him talk. Please. I need answers.
All right.
I look to the gnome.
Why is your tree dead? How did you end up in possession of the Bagman? Are you really a frost mage in real life? And do you still have your powers?
I am assuming that you are referring to these questions to a version of myself that up until this moment I was unaware of, that you had familiarized yourself with.
Did you knowingly end up in possession of the Bagman?
I am unaware of even what a bagman is.
That answers that question. Are you really a frost mage?
A loose term, yes.
Do you still have your powers?
He did make the necklace, Rusty. I mean, that doesn't
With
mean
our
he has
help.
power.
That was
True.
more manipulation.
Like you're doing right now by avoiding the question. What mistakes?
See, it's hard to be a DM, isn't it?
I am by trade, and by I am a scientist, a chemist, an alchemist, if you will. And some tests I've done in secret. I do not have the bravery nor the wherewithal to discuss everything I've ever done.
Scrack, eat him. There you go.
Thank you. Though I was looking forward to doing scrack noises, but sure.
You can take turns, boys. Take turns.
My dear, you must understand. The magic which has brought me here, it keeps me here. You ask if I still have power, Rusty. Only power to manipulate that which I already know.
Would you like power?
No,
Rusty, not right now.
I'm not quite here. And I feel it fading.
It's okay.
There's-
We're not all there either.
There is something wrong with the magic of this world.
Well, you could say that again. There are demon portals opening up everywhere, and I still don't know how to close a demon portal. Not even a little.
Oh my. Well, that would take a great act. Do you wish to take out demon portals?
Do you know how to take out demon portals? It's a yes or no
No.
question.
What is with all these old men? Empires have risen and fallen in the time it takes for them to spit out a sentence.
Please forgive me. I have been dead for quite some time, and
And you're
I
going to be
feel my-
dead quite soon.
I feel
So
my
please,
yes, and I'm feeling
answer
my
quickly.
last few moments pulling away from me. So
Yes or no? You know how to close a portal.
not alone.
Yes or no? Did you help my father curse my mother?
That's a yes.
Well,
Thank-
no, I did not help him.
Did you make the thing that cursed her? That's a yes. Thank you very much. All right. When he dies, Rusty, put him in my bag of holding. I need to go out. I need a moment to myself. And I leave the tree.
Big fan of your work.
A newly resurrected Davidos Busby, as he
I just love that.
made you a tracking
Mhm.
pendant for finding at least
Justice.
where justice was, if not
You know,
where he is.
I'm treating it like Jack Sparrow's compass. It's going to point me in the direction I need to go. It's not going to tell me where he is, but hey, look, he's in that direction. Let's head that way.
Indeed.
That's what I'm.
Indeed. So, and Torsten found out the hard way that that his clan is still alive.
Yeah, he's outside crying a lot.
Weeping uncontrollably like a man.
That's right.
Like ugly crying.
As
like-
strong men sometimes do.
Snot going through his beard.
Hey, it's
Mm-mm.
He's
Mm-mm.
dealt with a he's dealt with. And
You had a magical tree tower, right? Like you had a wizard tower in a tree?
yes,
The tree is now dead, but it's still a wizard tower. Does that make sense?
yes,
Do you have any way to track it?
no.
Fair enough.
Now, if you please. And he walks over to to Riona's mother, and he places a hand on the bark, and you notice his eyes wide over, just kind of like happened with Riona when she had her moment with her mother, and just tears coming out of Davidos, and then blood coming out of those eyes as he begins to just melt away into a pile of ash.
I'm glad I left the tree.
Riona, when you go walking when you go walking outside, you see the forest master standing right next to the door, and forest master looks at you with very big soft eyes, knowing that what you've just been through could not have been easy. And so she bows her head at you and gestures over to a clearing where nobody else is.
I nod and I look and I make eye contact with Hall and Oates and I gesture for them to follow. And I'll go over there.
Oates, getting the message right away, stands up and starts heading over and stops, rolls his eyes, goes back over, bites Hall, starts in Hall's, whoa, and sees that you're out, and so he comes bum rushing you.
My babies. I'll sit there for a minute. And if I have a moment to actually just breathe and think, the first thing I'm going to do is pull out a teeny tiny acorn from my bag. I'm going to sit and think. I'm going to place it in the ground. And God knows I'm super tired, but I can still do druid craft. And I'm going to druid craft the acorn from the seed to a small sapling. And I'm going to stare at this sapling and say, I had to add more max. It was 83, but we're up to 101. So now it's 100. I will plant 100 trees for you. Even if it kills me. And I'll just stay there for a bit.
Rusty, when you and Scrack come out, you see Riona over over in a clearing. The forest master nods to both of you, lets you know that your friends are waiting just down the way where you left them, and that Riona may need a moment.
I'm gonna walk up to the forest master. So, you seem very powerful. Do you plan to stay in your magical forest where it's nice and safe during all this, or do you plan on actually helping?
The forest is my charge.
So, when the rest of the world burns and this forest is all that's left, you'll be all right with that? Some of us has given up a lot for this fight.
She looks at you with knowing eyes. I wish I could explain to you the idea of forever. What you see now, everything that is happening, is all going to pass away with time. The magic must be protected. The forest must be protected.
Explain that to Max and Mim
He understood.
and the rest of them. There's a lot that don't understand. There's children. There's old people.
Mortals
There are family
rarely
and
understand.
friends.
Mortals rarely understand. Elves don't understand.
Well, while you're looking at the big picture, the rest of us are trying to deal with the now. And I'll walk away.
And so you and Scrag looks at you like, did you just?
Yes, I just told off the forest master. I've already insulted several gods. What's another one?
Seriously, Rusty has a list.
The forest master is not a god.
Well,
Fewer people around you, but the people around you you recognize from the caves. Torsten is pulling himself together as Scrack and Rusty come walking up. He's sitting on a stump, and he looks up at Rusty and Scrag. Is everything okay? And he gestures over to Riona.
Will be in time.
Was that really her mom in there?
Physically? Maybe. Mentally? Maybe not.
More questions than answers.
Always.
I will say this. Not every answer is an answer you want. I'll tell you that.
It's a good answer.
He looks you dead in the eye and he goes, "They're alive, Rusty."
Of course they're alive. We just seen them.
No. My people. They're alive.
Do you know where?
No. They're they are being held. They are suffering. As is, for all we know, the rest of the planet. But they're alive. Who's
Then there's hope.
alive? Who's alive? I don't know.
Then there is hope, Torsten.
Isn't that the one thing that we should never let go?
I thought that was stupidity. Isn't that what drives us forward?
Indeed. And so she had been making herself a big, like Barbosa style hat. She
It's a nice hat.
She flings it on, stands up roguishly, puts a leg up on a stump, goes, "What you think?"
Very nice.
She toddles off to go speak to the forest master. She goes and has a little discussion with the forest master. Forest master looks back at you, glares a little bit.
We're doing good, damn it! whether they want it or not.
And sends one of her Pegasus to get her to take her back the way y'all came. Off she flies. Goodbye, Wade.
I turned to Torsten. Would have been a lot easier if she stayed.
No one said she had to go.
I did.
But yeah, probably. I've seen. I don't know. I don't know how many more surprises I can take. To be honest.
As many as you have to, Torsten.
Echo, what are you doing?
Echo's literally just listening quietly, sitting on the mossy ground, getting better acquainted with this enormous crossbow. Counts the bolts, only has 20 of them. Just biding his time.
Way to not sound ominous.
Biting his time. Okay, well then everybody's passive perception. What's everybody's passive perception?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Let me look.
14.
15.
19.
Let's see, Scragg's passive perception. I think he gets a bonus on that, but we're gonna say a 15. And Torsten, it's 14. Yeah. So looks over at Riona's direction and points and goes, "That's new." And Scrag turns and is like, yeah. Saw that inside.
She's going through a lot.
Rusty and Echo, if you guys turn to look, Riona is changing.
Make it sound like it's a butterfly. Like, I'm gonna come out of my cocoon.
Well, so
Chrysalis.
she's been sitting down, staring at a little seedling that she had created, and then you start to see leaves appear in her hair, and then her skin starts going a little dark, and well, essentially it looks like bark, and you see it start trickling over her. Now where her big poofy hair was is all the autumn colored leaves of an oak leaf, that an oak leaf can do. I'm trying to remember which particular brand of dryad you are half of.
Sugar maple.
Yeah, that's right. It's a maple. Sorry, maple leaves. Multiple different colors. The bark is smooth, not rough or anything like that. But she is very defined. Had little sprouts coming off of her and everything, and her body even begins to creak a little bit as she just sways with the wind, unwittingly having changed into her dryad form.
As you do this, Echo stands up and he's looking directly at Riona. And he walks up very cautiously, very carefully, sticks out one of his taloned fingers and lightly touches one of the leaves in Riona's hair. I am a leaf on the wind.
I don't think a dryad has ever facepalm, but I just I slowly turn around and I look at Echo.
Is there a
Smile.
roll for a group facepalm check?
Oh, that's not the only time I'm using a washburn.
I'm gonna make you roll for groans, okay? With your dad jokes. But yeah, this stuff. I am changing one thing. Because the flame of your magic is not specifically from being a dryad. So that instead of having
Spoiler alert.
instead of having in this particular case,
Continue.
I don't know what the green flame means.
Continue the story. What does it mean?
Instead of dark vision, it gives you true vision.
Oh. So what the hell do I see right now?
That's a terrifying question.
That is a terrifying question, especially if I just got told I got true vision. I'm staring at Echo in a world full of magic. I can see everything.
No.
Yes. And so
You.
what I need you to make a intelligence saving throw for me.
I rolled a 1.
So Torstein runs up, puts a hand on you. Are you okay?
Just I won't open my eyes. I have my hands over my eyes. I say it hurts to look.
Is my face really that ugly? Not much I can do about it.
We haven't wanted to say anything, but
I can't see you guys right now, but I can tell you right now, if I open my eyes, it's gonna hurt. And I really, really want to look at you because everything came at me like a big blur, like I could see everything.
Why don't you just take a moment?
hey, reach out.
Oh, are these your glasses? Your
Yep.
sunglasses? I put on the sunglasses.
Okay, now open your eyes slowly. Just look at me.
One eye. 2 eyes.
As you slowly open your eyes, you no longer see the scars that are on Torsten's face. You just see the face of a young guy, hair, the beard and hair is the same and everything, but the markings are gone.
How close is he to me?
He's right in front of you.
And he's only
Touch.
3 feet tall.
Just instantly touch. Right into the open wounds.
Yep, those are still there. I'm glad.
No, they're not. What else can I see? I'm gonna look at everybody.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's what happens when you give a curious player true vision. I stare at Echo.
So,
You're the second closest person.
just in case I ever forgot to mention what Echo looks like, he is a kinku, black feathers, black beak, yellowish eyes. He is wearing a breastplate, shoulder pauldrons. He's got some blue quilted under armor, padding, a few belts, little some wraps on his forearms and hands. But aside from this slightly armored kinku, you see a swirling mass constantly moving around him, and they are ghosts. Some are larger, some are smaller. Some look your direction, and their face changes to something evil and horrid and skull-like. Others are very innocent looking and sweet. But it is a kaleidoscope of ghosts that swarm around him at all times and even through him. And he kind of looks at you and puts a hand on your shoulder, looks very concerned, and his beak doesn't open, but you can hear one of the ghosts go into him and speak. I happen to be very haunted. Many people have been inside of me.
Giddy.
Giggity. I look around at everybody, and then I look at Echo, and I say, can you see them too?
Stop. No stabbing, please.
It's not a yes or a no, Echo. Nod or shake your head. Can you see them?
He puts his hand over your face. Stop. No stabbing, please.
I look away. Okay. I look at Rusty. It's just Rusty, isn't it?
Rusty looks like Rusty.
You look at Rusty and you actually see him with his hair, the original sandy blonde color,
I was thinking to say,
and with tears streaming down his cheeks.
Chest. Pull him into my chest. Yep. Rusty, face, chest. Suffocation. Hug.
well,
It's
Rusty-
wood now.
Yeah. Rusty gets smacked into a tree trunk.
You
Not
hear
the first time
Echo
I've taken
go,
wood to the face.
I'd eat that for a copper.
I love Echo.
And yes, when
Yes,
you look at Scrack, you see
You have notes.
Scrack.
Just Scrack is an owl bear. It's nothing. I'm gonna, before I drop out, I just kind of glance over at Hall and Oates to make sure that they're just llamas out of curiosity. And then if there are just llamas, I'm gonna turn back to normal.
Five kobolds in a trench coat.
It would be 6, 3 and 3.
Don't give me ideas. No. They are 1,000% your beloved Hall and Oates.
Okay. I go back to being a human form, shaking the leaves out of my hair.